Hello friends, 358 days of war. Yesterday night, Russian military, after a break, resumed interdictions using drones, missiles, caliber missiles, and in close proximity of actual line of control, that is in battle zones as well as in deep. In closer one, they carried out shelling in Nikolae, Odisha, Kherson, Zaporizhia, Dnepropetrovsk, while in deep they took the targets in Sumy, Lviv, Poltava, Kyiv, Ivano-Frankivsk and other regions. The total operation, I believe, was only for an hour and the level of damage is still unknown. Russia has warned NATO that its growing role in Ukraine would lead to full-blown war, while the Polish President Duda has said that Ukraine will lose without urgent Western help, and Hungary remains undecided against the pressure of West whether to sanction Russia or not. Coming to battle zones, in north, Russian army has been shelling very heavily since last week, 11 February or so, and continuing till now in Kharkov, Sumy, Chernihiv, Zhytomyr, Rivne, and as per a report, more than 100,000 shells have been fired. The ground forces in the meantime moved 3 kilometers into LPR, and this is again for the Russian army. In northeast, as per Russian Ministry of Defense, they have destroyed 8 Ukrainian sabotage and recce groups. And this is a big one. The Ukrainians have been using these groups quite extensively for spying to find out the breaks or gaps in the Russian defense line. But now, however, these successes do not seem to be continuing and they are being caught by the alert Russian army using their various means, spy nets, maybe even satellites, and of course the drones. And the Ukrainians, I am sure, will wake up very soon. Coming to east and starting from Ugledar, the fight is on in the outskirts of the city from southeast side, wherein the Ukrainian forces have strengthened their defense with fresh reinforcements. In Marinka, fight is on in the city. And the Russian forces, instead of continuing their frontal attack in the western Marinka, where Ukrainian forces have repulsed their assault so far, from now north and south trying to surround the Ukrainian troops. In Paraskovievka, the PMC Wagner has reached on the southern outskirts of the city, and the pressure on Paraskovievka Ukrainian forces have increased multifold. They have also captured Zalizhnyanskoye. On Bakhmut front, Russian troops as well as PMC Wagner are continuing their attacks on suburbs from Blagodatny, Krasnaya Gora and Stupka. That means almost from all the sides. They have also broken through the Ukrainian defense near Bakhmut-Slavyansk highway. And fight is on the outskirts of Paraskovievka. Though Ukrainian forces are still holding this location with extreme difficulties, because this is probably the only logistical connection as far as Ukrainian forces are concerned. From southwest, fight is on near Konstantinovka Krasnoye highway. The Ukrainian counter-offensive took place here but did not succeed. In south, Russians are continuing artillery and heavy flamethrower against the Ukrainian troops in Zaporizhia region, while in Kherson, Ukrainians used artillery and number of HIMARS MLRS. Few words about the protests happening globally. In France, mass protests continuing against new pension scheme wherein more than 1 million people had joined. Israel sixth week running against Netanyahu's judicial reform, which plans to curtail Supreme Court's power against the politician. Albania against the present Prime Minister by the ex-president supporters. In India, regular rallies by workers and peasants expected to be a big one on 23rd March, wherein the martyr Bhagat Singh was hanged by the British imperialists. And in Nicaragua, the court has stripped many of the activists from the nationalities as they found them that they were protesting against the national interest. In Peru, the struggle continues. In Spain, taxi drivers in thousands came to the road and streets against the private company taking over their interests by the government. Related to war, Ukrainian Defense Minister said that in few months, Ukraine will be ready to launch another offensive. NATO, Stoltenberg has said that Finland and Sweden must join NATO by autumn. And NATO members say that underwater infrastructure security must be strengthened, seeing what happened to the Nord Stream sabotage. Thank you.